This next demo is on using tabs to format text. First, you'll download the tabs folder from Blackboard. And if you open that up, you'll see a tab exercise document. So you want to open that up in InDesign. And basically, we have 3 paragraphs of text here. And we're going to apply tabs to these. Now, you need your tab ruler, which is Shift-Command-T. We'll bring up your ruler. You can also find it under Type, Tabs. Okay. I'm going to zoom in on this. And we're going to start off with the first one. That's a menu. And if we look at our tab ruler, it's always a good idea to line this up with your columns, with your text. Okay, and on the tab ruler, we have a left tab, a center tab, a right tab, and a decimal tab. Then we have position, and we have leaders. So what we're going to do first is we're going to always have your invisibles up when you're formatting text. So Option-Command-I. You can see the first line has some tabs already in there. The stuff after, we will have to add the tabs. So we're going to take our type tool and triple click on the first line. And on our tab ruler, we're going to pick a center tab, and we're going to place one at 4 inches. See how it kicked it over because the tab is there. We're going to put a second one, a second center tab at 6 inches. Now you can slide these along or actually type it in there. Okay, and there we have it. So you can see once you apply the tab, it puts it where you need it to go. So we have 2 center tabs here. Now we're going to do decimal tabs for the rest of our stuff. So we're going to highlight from Italian hoagies all the way down to $3. Okay, and then we're going to pick a decimal tab because we want the decimal points to line up. And we're going to put a decimal tab at 4 inches. Okay, and when this decimal tab is selected here on the tab ruler, we're going to apply a period for leader. And then we're going to put another one at 6 inches. And we're going to put a period in there under leader. You can see it says align on, it's aligning on the decimal. Okay, so we've got a decimal tab at 4 with the leader and one at 6 with the leader. Next, we're going to click into our text with our type tool and going to click after Italian hoagie and hit tab, and then after 475 and hit tab. You can see it's tabbing these things over where we want them. So we're going to apply these. Okay, and there we have it. So we have a center tab on our first line and then decimal tabs after. Now, you can also see, and we'll zoom in a little bit more, our leaders. Okay, that's done with our period. If I want to click in here again and highlight all this, and I'll select my decimal tab at 4 inches, and say I want to put some space between these leaders, I can click in here and add a space there. You can see it's opening it up. So the one at 4 inches, we now have a space And you can see the ones after are still normal. Okay, so that is applying decimal tabs. Now, since these are decimal tabs, if one of these prices would change, get rid of the dollar, you can see the decimals will still line up. Okay, so that's applying center tabs and decimal tabs to text. Now the next one, we're just going to go ahead and apply a center tab. So I'm going to highlight all my text. And looking for, you look on my ruler, I just want to find the center of my document. Okay, and since this is an 8.5 by 11 document, my text box is 7.5. So looking for the center of that, I'll try 3 3/4. And we will make that a center tab. Then everything should center off of that. So we simply put our insertion point in front of the line and tab it over. Okay, and these are all centered off of that tab. Now the last one here, we're going to do underscores for our tabs. And you might use this for a business reply card. So what I'm going to do first is open up the leading in here. Okay, so there'll be some space to write. And I'm not going to put any tabs on business information. I'm basically going to highlight from company title down to number of years of current jobs. And once again, I'm going to place a tab at 4 inches. Okay, I'm going to make this a right tab. And under the leader, I'm going to put an underscore, which is Shift Dash. Okay, and then we'll put another right tab at 6 inches. And we'll put an underscore in there for our leader, Shift Dash. Okay, now what we're going to do is click after company and hit tab, and then after title and hit tab. And the same thing here, after address, after city, after state, and after zip, after daytime phone, after parens that is, and then after fax. And the last one, number of years at current job, we want it to go all the way across. So we're just going to hit tab twice, just hitting the tab key. Okay, and this is for a business reply. You might want to open up your leading a little more on this so you have more room to write. Okay, this is much more efficient than actually drawing these rules. And just like with paragraph rules, if we move this text box, it'll come along for the ride. Okay, so those are the basics of tabs and your tab ruler.